and waste not a further second in doing what you need to do to make it through this life. I found the best thing I said in my last interjection, which you may or may not be familiar with, was something you must be very aware of, was my likening of myself to a sausage. And I must say, I'm too disunlike a sausage. That is to say, I'm very like a sausage. Very good at those turnarounds. Anyway, so okay. I was just looking at the pharmacy out there, noticing it's quite different, and I didn't know that, and I think it's different. Oh, they're under different management. That's right. So, what day is it today? Sunday. So here we go. There's a bus out there. And who am I discussing? I will discuss with everyone I can think of who might be inclined to listen, who probably is traditionally thought of as being present in some respect, by which I mean in terms of the soul. I am spiritual. You have to be spiritual. Daniel. So that's a good idea. So, being spiritual. So I might go for a walk, you see. Go for a walk, to have a talk. I'm sure you could do that. Life is very forgiving. Life is very forgiving for the most part. For certain things, you can get away with quite a lot. Myself, at this present juncture in time, I believe in my possession of such that it is unto an ecstatic thing which is open to investigation, and that is my spiritual nature. I do have a spiritual nature. I have a nature, and it's spiritual, because we feel it's spiritual. Although having said that, that theory I was on about earlier, about the polarity, that can be severed, causing death in humans, positive, negative, just explaining to you about that. Well, that could explain a lot about what we believe about spirituality. But actually, doesn't it make it all the more real in terms of the functionality of the universe that we claim to care about? This world, which effectively to a one person is a microscopic effect in life, or perhaps not an effect. Perhaps the effect can be quite big, but in fact the occupancy of the space that it takes to harness this energy of this world in terms of the mind that we use to control our bodies and hands and speech. That is quite small. Although it can tend to feel quite big. I'm sure there's other things happening though. On the one hand, things that happen can be coincidental, and things that happen can be perceived to be good or bad. And effectively, on the other hand, morality can be fucked with. Well, Well, that's strange, isn't it? You shouldn't say that. No, you can't fuck with morality. At the end of the day, you must follow the good word. Whatever, you discover the word. I'm not going to go on about the word, but there must be a point to this interjection. There is a point. It's about talking to you and what you say, understanding what you say. I know, and it's very important to me that you understand that I want to talk to you. I know, I'm here, and I'm listening, and I'm waiting for myself, as in the person who is the sausage. What do you think of them sausages? Sausage and apple. It's all different flavours of stuff. But as I was saying, talking to you is more than just saying that I'm talking to you. There are things we need to discuss. There is, for example, Karina and the coronavirus. We must all be very careful because the coronavirus is very dangerous, very big at the moment. But it wasn't always this big. Coronavirus is known about. The Chinese are very delicate at the moment in society. They are very tender in looking at you with a very surreptitiously sweet way, saying, well, it was fun. But my main concern is that I think coronavirus can nearly be said to represent something a bit deeper about society and the way we're thinking at the moment. It's all, well, Donald Trump. Coronavirus. Boris Johnson. And we can become very disaffected. That's not my point. Ow! So, if it's okay, I would like to now, coincidentally, pursue a version of the other things that matter, and not revert to this sort of verbosity that can be so deemed a turn-off to the improvement, the impoverishment of labour. Right, so coincidentally avert the things that verbosity deemed a turn off. Coincidentally avert the things that verbosity deemed a turn. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. You are so ridiculously. You just. Oh my God! It's no. I can't. It's such a sausage. You're such a sausage. And you're a sausage that's grey. You know, when you first cook it and then it turns pink. And it's so just, it's fantastic, it really is. But I have no qualms about sausage kingdoms. Morrison's, Sausage Isle, they actually do a few varieties of fresh pork. I don't know what I'm thinking of sausages, maybe I'm hungry. I think I am hungry. So, in a nutshell, you can watch this. I can switch this off.